There once was a beautiful young girl called Mendalaam. Her skin was as white as cotton. She was very well behaved and could get along well with all her friends of the same age. Everyone in her village loved her very much. One day, as she was making a hat, she pricked her left index finger with a needle and she began bleeding very badly. Many people around her tried to help, but it was all in vain. She realized that her end was at hand. Before she died, she revealed the following to her mother and the others in the compound. When I am dead, my body will become rice. It is necessary to know that at that time, people did not know about rice as we do now. Then she revealed something else. I ask this of you. That is, when you harvest and eat the rice, you eat some pork or fish and vegetables with it. This means that every time you eat rice, there should be some side dishes to keep me company. After she had said these things, she drew her last breath. Her body was put into a coffin and was then carried to a very beautiful resting place. Suddenly, however, in front of all the people, the coffin burst open and rice showered out. This rice was then collected by the old people in the village and divided up to those who had witnessed the event. For centuries, we Dayak have lived in the forest. For the Dayak, the forest is a source of all the food that one eats with rice. We tend the fields while looking after the forest, and we have never been short of anything. It is just like the message of Mendalaam. Each year, we celebrate the Mendalaam story by holding a ceremony that we call Dange or Dango, which is like the one held by the Kayaan ethnic group on the Kapuas River in Mendalaam. For other Dayak ethnic groups, the name of the ceremony is different. In Mendalaam, there is an impressive burial place. This is not the burial place of Mendalaam, but another person who was highly respected by the Kayaan people. He is Father A.J. Ding Ngo. Father Ding is the first pastor from the Dayak. He was born and raised in Mendalaam and was the son of a Kayaan elder. Although his grave has been prepared, Father Ding is still alive. Officially, he remains the parish priest for Mendalaam. However, because of failing health, for the time being, he has been replaced by Father Rampai, another Dayak priest from a different subgroup. The Mendalaam community are busy preparing for the Dange celebrations that they say will be even more joyful than previous years. Father Ding has been brought to the celebrations from Sintang, where he has been resting. What is the importance of Father Ding's presence?
Father Ding has tried to include some aspects of Kayaan culture in the celebration of the Mass. The congregation has not yet witnessed this, but this year we are going to celebrate the Mass with the Dange. Although Father Ding himself will not lead it, but we have invited him to see what he has started over time.
Father Ding obtained a lot of information from Ibu Christina Tipong, a priestess from the Kayaan group. In the local language, she is called a dayong.
Ako ini mentahari, di ako sekolah. Ako dayong
Ibu Christina Tipong explains that she has never attended school and is not able to speak Indonesian. She is related to Father Ding. Since she was a child, she was taught to become a dayung by her mother. When Father Ding was made a priest in Mendalaam, he asked her to tell him about the prayers and ceremonies that she had mastered. This information was later documented by Father Ding. The village head also offers some further information on the Dange ceremony.
In the beginning, according to Kayaan people, rice was not edible like it is today. It was because of this that Bulaang was willing to turn into rice. The Kayaan people greatly respect the rice. During the harvest, if there is any rice still left in the field, they perform a ceremony to honor the rice spirits so that the rice that is still remaining does not become angry. This is because the Kayaan believe that the rice will weep, as it originated from a person. Because rice is so highly respected by the Kayaan, it cannot be wasted. If children throw away rice and it falls to the floor, the parents will get down and pray to the rice spirits.
During this year's Dange celebrations, a new ceremonial house will be officially opened. The need to provide this very simple-looking house was considered important because the last place burned down in the 1970s, and there had been no replacement to perform the ceremonies since that time. It is clear that this new ceremonial house is more a symbol than the original house. It is not nearly as grand. Then again, the artistry is not as beautiful as it was in the past. One of the most important parts of the Dange celebration is lasa, a kind of wooden fence. On the lasa, one finds various offerings, such as special swords called mandau, blowpipes, cloth, belts, and tiger skins. One can also find empty water containers. The women, known as dayung, or priestesses, together with the other women, encircle the lasa while holding on to a piece of rope. Thanks to the efforts of Father Ding, the visit to the spirits by the dayung has been integrated into the church ceremony. A lasa has been established in front of the altar. The dance symbolizes the journey of the dayung to the spirit world. The spirit world is very similar to that of the Dayak themselves. The dayung must travel upstream to the last village on the river, to the place where the mother spirit, Inek Aya, lives. They then return downstream to the mouth of the Kaliman Besar River. Here, the dayung make offerings to the spirits on the other side of the sampan can be mysteriously made to fly. On the way home, the dayung stop off at the burial place of Bulaang, which is also found in the spirit world. Finally, the offering place that is called lasa is dug up as if a tree is to be carried away and given to the spirits as an offering. Is this journey of the Dayung not full of symbolic significance concerning the relationship between man and the world above? A life of harmony with the spirit world that breathes life into the natural order has enabled the Dayak to maintain their existence in the middle of the forest, and they have consequently not experienced many of the unfortunate results that have emerged in the modern world. There is no noticeable social inequality among the Dayak. There are no beggars or people going hungry. The weak are especially cared for, and this creates an atmosphere of brotherhood that is so rare nowadays. It was so important that this did not disappear, as nearly all the Kayaan became members of the church. Of course, God did not talk only through Christians. Way before the missionaries came, God was speaking to the Dayak. Now, with our environment becoming more and more threatened due to greedy people who do not want to know about the spirits who live on the shores of the Kaliman Besar River, it is essential for us to listen to the word of God through the Dange ceremony. If we do not, who knows that the forest and all its inhabitants may disappear together with mankind. Not all parts of the Dange ceremony are performed in church. The ceremonial meeting house, called Dange, is built outside. It is possible that Father Ding considered this Dange house unsuitable for a Christian celebration. The digging up of the supports of the Dange house symbolizes the killing of the evil spirits so that they will no longer bother the lives and efforts of the people. The church in Mendalaam was dedicated to Saint Anthony of Padua. The village around the church was also given the name Padua. It seems that this Italian saint does not mind living among the snakes and spirits that roam the forest. A Dange meeting house is also established in a neighboring village. Here a ceremony is conducted to give a name to a young girl. The name that has been chosen for this farmer's daughter is Lira. Lira means dead leaves that have decayed into the ground or have been washed away by the river. Why is such a healthy young girl given such a name? The reason is that such a name will trick the evil spirits. For surely the spirits will pay no attention to a dead leaf, and so that young girl will be free from bother.